You've been going for 13 hours now.
Oh, nothing. Nothing. We're
exhausted.
Hard as nails. And steel springs, that's what we are.
How do you keep your energy up? 13-hour day.
I don't know, I think it's genetic. I have a lot of energy.
Eat Haribos by the bunchload?
No, I don't. I sometimes succumb to flapjacks.
Oh, sure, let's see. I'm an elk, a mason, a stone cutter.
Chicago White Sox. And if you're interested, one level above the New York Mets. That's how that works. Come on. You know, after last night, you got to do a lot better than that to hurt me. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you something. We got a great program tonight. Charles Grodin is on this show. Out of blood. All the way over there in Scandinavia, but with completely unrealistic fear. I know. Because, you know, there's not a... But you know something, I want to make sure people understand. Completely unrealistic. It's true he gets paid to say it, but still, we appreciate it. He don't get paid to say it. That's another joke. Jokes, humor, show business, that's what we're doing. It's all a joke. No animosity at all. Thanks, Charles.
But, you know, I've been...
Completely unrealistic fear. I know. Because, you know, there's not a...
Just,
Well, we are sometimes very, very stupid.
Yeah, I prove that to myself almost daily. But now, what is the scenery like out there? Is it very flat, and in the distance you see rocks and mountains, or is it just flat as far as you can see?
Yeah, it's flat, it's dusty, and it kind of rounds out at the end. You really see the curve of the Earth.
You think you see the curve of the Earth? Yeah. And this is dead center in the country.
Yeah, and there's no humidity in the air, so it's clear. Yeah. Everything's clear. At night, the stars are sitting right on top of your head.
You see the Southern Cross?
I don't know the Southern Cross.
Yeah.
I'm not that familiar.
Yeah. I think it would be prominent down there as maybe the Big Dipper is here, but I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
Yeah, okay. You think you see the curve of the Earth? Yeah. You think you see the curve of the Earth? Yeah.
Buzz Aldrin. How did this happen?
He was our correspondent.
I don't get it.
We went to the moon 9 times, okay? So we'd have to hoax not going to the moon 9 times, okay? Apollo 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 9 times we went.
Why do you think Snapchat exists? Why do you think they would make a company for 13-year-olds where a photo disappears after 24 hours? Why do you think kids would want to use that? You know, I've been to Silicon Valley. I've met these places. They're buildings full of 300 people who are all employed to give children what they want, not what they need. The base interest of children's wants. Because before, you wanted to get to a kid, you had to appeal to their parents, because their parents would turn the television off. So if you wanted to make a program for a kid, it had to appeal to their parents, because their parents were in control of the media they consumed. The kids have direct access to it now, so it doesn't matter. And there's an entire dialogue happening between these tech companies and kids that parents are completely unaware of.
You can tell it's real because it looks so fake.
Try to correct the record.
Of pork-like products to the Tri-Counties proudly present...
And there's a gentle wind wafting down from the north at about 1,000 miles an hour.
Johnny says to Herb, she used to be a man.
One more stop on our orange couch.
Always that got me goat.
Wow.
We're going to be thought of as the 50s rock and rollers.
Love to have you back on.
AM. I told you the truth wouldn't help. That means it's wake up time. So you just got time to jump out of your jammies and pour yourself a nice, hot, steaming cup of chemicals.
In the USSR, people remain poorly dressed and rather hard-headed.
Oh, darn it, let's just be frank. I want to ask each and every one of you for a personal favor. Now, as you know, I belong to the local Kiwanis Club.
Chemicals. After the apples are unsafe to eat. Chemicals, a natural part of life.
Friend here is rather reptilian.
What? Yeah, but if you put him on the air, you are definitely a snake.
Did you tell people to dump their garbage on the city hall steps?
Well, I better get on the air. Who knows? Somebody might be listening.
That could be.
The three of us all have different personalities. Mike is sort of a well-rounded, jovial person that whatever the subject is that people are thinking about her.
I made up this little tune, 'cause no one's been to the moon. You should investigate soon, 'cause men tell lies. Whole world's living in a nursery rhyme, where it's a make-believe all the time. Dishes never run away with spoons, and no one has been to the moon. The truth will come to light soon. No one has been to the moon. The moon. No one has been to 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 the moon. Men tell lies. Let God be true and every man a liar. Believe in the one who will set this world on fire. 'Cause no one has been to the moon. I made up this little tune, 'cause no one's been to the moon. No one's been to the moon. Men tell lies. Brothers and sisters, you need to grow up and grow up soon. 'Cause no one has been to the moon. The whole world is living in a nursery rhyme, where it's to make-believe all the time. Dishes never run away with spoons, and no one has been to the moon. The truth will come to light soon. No one has been to the moon. The moon. No one has been to the moon. Investigate soon, 'cause no one's been to the moon. You should investigate soon, 'cause no one's been to the moon. They tell lies. The whole world is a living in a nursery rhyme, and it's make-believe all the time. Dishes never run away with spoons, and no one has been to the moon. I made up this little tune, 'cause no one's been to the moon. You should investigate soon, 'cause no one's been to the moon. Men tell lies.
Engine stop.
The truth will come to light soon, 'cause no one's been to the moon. The moon. No one has been to the moon. The world is living in a nursery rhyme, where it's the make-believe.
That's not an 8-year-old's question. That's my question. I want to know, but I think I know. Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened. Oh, boy.
right here.
You got something in your eye? Knock it off. That stuff is what?
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed. Roger, Tranquility. We copy you on the ground. We're going to be busy for a minute.
Look how much water this makes. I love water. It's easy to paint. Still water is always level.
Despite this current crisis, the president is putting on his best political face. 6 months ago, has plummeted since the hostage crisis began. The CNN Victoria's Secret catalog.
Oh, yes, of course. Okay, I'm all right, no problem. I slipped in the crab. Who put that crab there? Don't tell me. There were two crabs. They work in pairs. Gotcha. Let's ring at the door. Looks like we've got our saboteur.
That's your wife, sir.
Huh? Yeah, so it is.
Edwards gets wind of this, he'll use it against you in the campaign. He'll try to prove that you're incompetent.
I can prove that as well as he can. But, man, what does it mean?
We have to tighten security, sir. Find out who's behind it.
No. The word sabotage. What's it mean?
On a serious note, I'm here today at the,
How was the speech coming, sir?
Huh? Oh, I practiced my A's. Does this look like an A to you?
Yes, sir.
President Benson. No, you're not. Seen him on television. He's an older man, about my height. But a word of advice. Don't go around calling yourself the president. I wouldn't do that, and I don't think you should either. It just doesn't hold water. Target area?
It's Minnesota, sir.
Oh, damn it, man. That's the genius of my plan. We don't have to traipse all over the world to fight. We can do it right here at home.
Sir, the enemy is over there.
Then we'll fly them over here. They can bring their relatives. We'll teach them to ice skate. Do I have to think of everything?
I get you a soda and fries if you let me open up your eyes. Then when you say why, you let me kiss you and tell you the lie. You never know. I'll get you a soda and fries if you let me open your mind. I'll get you a soda and some fries. Let me open up your mind. Ow, ow. Yeah, ow. I'll get you a soda and fries if you let me open your mind. And when you ask me why, you let me kiss you and tell you all the lies. I'll get you a soda and fries. Let me open your eyes, oh my little yeah. And when you ask me why, you let me kiss you and tell you all the lies. I'll get you a soda and some fries if you let me open your eyes. I'll get you a soda and some fries if you let me open your eyes. And when you ask me why, let me kiss you, tell you all the lies you never know. Yeah.
Some fresh air becomes more clear as long as
they are still the lower edge. And then when we go in the stratosphere, we go here, you...
Get you a soda and some fries. Open your eyes. I'll get you a soda and some fries. Open your eyes. Soda and some fries. Yeah.
In a shot of a big lion, and I'll leave it like that.
And there was much rejoicing.
You were both in Skull and Bones, the secret society.
It's so secret we can't talk about it.
322?
It's a secret society at Yale. What does that tell us? Not much, because it's a secret. 322? Secret number? There are all kinds of secrets, Tim.
They are. I don't know. I haven't seen the rest.
Number 322? Number 322? Number 322?
We don't need a brother like him in this fraternity.
When are we going to stop doing this to each other?
The cat will be our taste tester.
You think taste testing
with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
I will assume complete responsibility. Release her immediately. I will apprehend this culprit within 24 hours.
I said, Rand, I've had you up to here.
It's like the moons. Everybody's enthusiastic about the moon. We were just talking to John about NASA, and of course China has plans for putting humans on the moon again. We've been gone for a long time, but there's some level of enthusiasm now that we haven't seen in some time.
Yeah, there is. And of course, the question is there a space race? I think it's halfway between an actual race
and oh ho hum. I think it's a healthy competition. But it's not just the U.S. and China. India has sent a probe around the moon. Japan has sent one there. The Russians have sent their own unmanned missions, and they're thinking of going back. There's a commercial mission that Israel's going to be launching that'll land on the moon. So and of course Elon Musk is going to send a whole bunch of tourists around the moon in a couple of years. So it's sort of like that song back in the '60s. Everyone's going on to the moon. That's actually happening as we speak.
Well, we better talk to you while we can before you go off on Elon's little mission. Keith, great to see you. Thank you so much.
China.
The COVID-19 pandemic shook the world and brought nations to their knees. The virus took away lots of lives and continues to loom over us. But did you know there could be another contender waiting in line, a dangerous contender known as the zombie fungus, a fungus that hacks the brain and could potentially turn one into a zombie? It might sound like a work of fiction, but in the kingdom of fungus, the organisms range from edible mushrooms to nightmare-fueled parasites. People are questioning whether the fungus could make a leap from preying on small insects to infecting humans.
Yeah, boy.
But now, a reality check. The World Health Organization has identified 19 different threatening fungi, but cordyceps do not feature on that list. Experts say that the fungus could create zombified insects, but the same happening to humans is not possible in the near future. Humankind does not have a zombie fate in the books, but climate change and the COVID pandemic is slowly changing our planet.
Is being consumed by fire. Tucker says that once they are able to contain the area, then a crew will come in and start dismantling the train cars and start cleaning up the area, guys.
I understand that.
And another one, like Connor said, a tank of fuel fell into the river.
That.
We're told the train was traveling from Newport News to Charleston, West Virginia, and then was scheduled to travel down to Danville. Now, take a look at these photos. The fiery site is from the diesel fuel from the train's engine, nothing that the train was carrying. We are told 2 cars fell into the New River, one of which was a fuel tank causing diesel fuel to spill into the New River. But again, as officials say, this will not impact us here in Virginia. Now, at this time, we are unsure as to what kind of investigation will be conducted on this derailment, but we're going to continue working for you guys at home, and we'll be working here and give you guys as much as we learn.
But
all right, thanks so much.
You'll think I'm
of course,
kidding.
this is a
quite
continuing developing situation, and we're working for you to get more information.
It's 8:45 in Cincinnati. That was one record. Here's another one.
Unless the world is flat.
The first full day of the New World Order. Very simple.
Freemasons run the country!
Say what now? What now?
Simples.
That stuff is flat. That stuff is flat.
As you can tell, I do as I'm told. Immediate. Now I'm going to test you numerology skills.
Could you, get less stuff?
Just get it.
That stuff is flat.
Computer error.
Computers don't make errors.
Think of this when you think of vaccination.
I'm going to step off the limb now.
What must be what?
That stuff is flat. That stuff is flat.
I don't see no curvature there.
Oh man, I love salad. But you know what would make it even better? If they impregnated it with a little bit of vax swine.
That stuff is flat. That stuff is flat.
Asteroid alert. NASA is tracking multiple asteroids approaching Earth's orbit at unimaginable speeds. Who better to ask about this phenomenon than Neil deGrasse Tyson, astrophysicist?
Not true.
Good, right. Well, what else we got to talk about?
No, nothing for me.
Nope. Nope.
At this year's Comic-Con, okay? Make it about you.
No. No.
When anybody taking a picture, you watched animation. So you associated what you saw with...
I have very hazy memories.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
That stuff is flat.
The American dollar is easy, but if you want the Russian ruble, or Japan's 500 yen, or Seychelles' 10 rupees, if you want the coins that are legal tender in over 100 countries...
Good. That stuff is flat.
We're going to be busy for a minute. You're looking good here.
But I don't have much patience for anyone who denies that this challenge is real. We don't have time for a meeting of the Flat Earth Society.
That's exactly what you are thinking it is. And
trouble with me.
Do you have a headache now?
south, even though I'm going in the same straight line.